Start the recording. Welcome back to YouTube audience that'll watch this on the video on demand replay for episode 235 of CLG FC. Welcome back, Rennie. Welcome in Pixelated Suits. Guys, a phenomenal streamer. Did you get some rain at the Union game? It actually managed to stay away for. We got it for 3 minutes and it was super light, but it was 3 minutes worth of rain. That was it. So it stayed away for most of it. Did you guys play last night at home? Were you guys at home last night? Uh, Guys, give Pix a follow. He does Oblivion. He does Football Manager. He's apparently played the F1 games before. Uh, and There's a clip of him now. But yeah, welcome in, Pix. I hope you've been well. Uh, Everybody, turn 10 at Bahrain does that to everybody. Picks. Do not feel bad about that spin. Turn 10 at Bahrain is so okay. That's something different. uh, Going out to MetLife tonight though to Porto versus Palmeiras. Nice, very nice. So you would be Picks. This might not be something you're proud of. I don't know, but I'm going to brag. Last night. Uh, Correct me if I'm wrong, Pix, but the word beef in Spanish, is it just, if I just say carne or carne, you will know what I'm talking about, right? Like I could just say, like if I'm ordering food and I want to speak, like the word carne would be enough, correct? You don't roll the R because it's not a double R, but carne would be enough, right? Uh, so Carne is generally meat, but carne asada is almost always meat. Right. So I went up to a stand last night. So the Union have this stand, right? It's called Tequeras, and they sell essentially Hispanic food, right? And they have is it mecaja or something like that? They have uh, and no, don't order. Go Red Bulls, just not this season, says FIFA. No, you don't roll the R, right? Because it's not a double R. But they sell. God, I saw the banner last night. And now I mean, it's 11 o'clock at night, so I can't remember. But they sell something like that. They sell soft tacos. They sell quesadillas. So I went up to the stand because I was hungry, and it was after the game. And I said, like, I actually ordered the whole thing. Oh, but they're not great. Listen, it's a step in the right direction, though, Pix. It's at least a step in the right direction, you know? Um, Shuttleworth is eligible for professional contract. He is not good enough. So, yeah. But I actually, well, we used to have a local company, but now it's Delaware North doing all. Oh, fuck. Yeah. When we do Hispanic Heritage Night and they invite local companies out to do uh, the ordering or to do the like they do some catering in like the Toyota Plaza and stuff like that, which is the plaza right outside the stadium. My freaking god, is that food good? I love Hispanic food. It's one of my Hispanic food is one of my favorite. Uh, it probably is my favorite food in all honesty. It's Hispanic food and pizza. I'm set for life, man. But I love those. I just wait to get corn on the cob on the way out the stadium nights. But I was proud of myself last night or some spicy mango nights, because I managed to do the whole order in Spanish. Now, I don't speak Spanish. I can't understand Spanish, right? But I've picked up working with Hispanic people. I've managed to pick up some things, right? Like how to say some things. So I went up to the counter and I was like, I literally, now it's going to be awful Picks, but I literally was just like, uno pollo quesadilla, por favor. And she said, she looked at me because I'm obviously almost as white as a ghost, and said, we're all out of chicken. And I said, I looked at her and I said, carne, please. You know, or carne por favor. And she just said carne, and I said, sí. And she wrote down beef, so I gave it to the guy, and I wound up getting a beef quesadilla. Uh, so I was proud of myself. Okay, I ordered completely in Spanish last night. Hell yeah. It's always nice to try and connect with people, you know what I mean, in that way. I think it's always neat. So I hate it when people shy away from that, like when you try to speak their language and then they're like, why the fuck are you bothering? Well, I'm bothering because I want to connect with you, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be a, you know, educate. Americans are very, they lack language skills. A lot of them. So definitely, I'm trying to learn some more Portuguese. Nice. Well, uh, bom dia then picks because it's still morning here. Well, it's morning where you are as well. Right. So uno empanada, please. Yeah, very good. I love empanadas. They're probably my favorite Hispanic food. I had Uruguayan empanadas a few months ago, and I was like, oh, so good. So danke. Yes. Uh, right. Almondbury Woolpack hosting Clitheroe. The away team picking up the points in this one. Sharp 72nd minute goal. Wilford 79th minute goal. Clitheroe 2-0 over Almondbury Woolpack on the road. Good win for Clitheroe. They actually move further away from the drop. They're now up to 26 points. They actually will jump to 11th based on that and re-leapfrog Earlham as Almondbury Woolpack will remain in ninth. Bickerstaff hosting Squires Gate. Miller's 10th minute goal got Bickerstaff underway. Parker added a second in the 22nd before Brown's 71st minute goal made it 3-0 to Bickerstaff. Kelly in the 88th got one back for Squires Gate, but a minute later Parker got his brace and Bickerstaff ran out comfortable 4-1 winners over Squires Gate. Squires Gate will slide into 13th place mainly because of the win over by Clitheroe, and Bickerstaff in the meantime are going to remain in 10th. Right. Cross Hills hosting Main Road. Funch in the 16th minute got Main Road underway. But then Sasu in the 30th leveled it for Cross Hills. Collins' 44th minute goal put Cross Hills ahead. They never turned back. Thompson scored twice in under a minute. He scored twice in the 64th minute to give Cross Hills a 4-1 lead. McKay added a second for Main Road in the 83rd, but it was too far gone by then. 4-2 for Cross Hills. They leapfrog Mossley, as we said they could have, should they have won. They leapfrog Mossley now on goal difference. Mossley dropping to 6th, and Main Road remaining in 14th. They're only a point above the drop. Whipping up dinner on alert. Appreciate you, Viva. Thank you very much. North Walkden hosting in Central. This is the game in hand, and North Walkden would win it, of course. Keevan in the 60th minute, the only goal of the occasion. In Central, played well but couldn't come away with a point. They dropped to 8th place. North Walkden remained 2 points back. Silsden Reserves hosting FC Isle of Man. Stevens' 21st minute goal gave the visitors in FC Isle of Man the early lead. Stevens has added a second in the 32nd minute. In the second minute of added time at the end of the first half, he actually completed his hat trick, and FC Isle of Man were 3-0 up. Brooke then scored a penalty a minute later in the same added time at the end of the first half to make it 3-1 at the break. Dixon's 88th minute goal got a second back for Silsden Reserves. They could not find the equalizer, and so Silsden Reserves will fall 3-2 to FC Isle of Man, who jump up to 7th. Silsden remain in 16th, a point adrift from safety. That's where the league is up. We've got 6 days to go until the next fixture, and that is 16th place Silsden Reserves. We also have Accrington Stanley under 18s versus Counterlogic FC under 18s, so more on that as well. So, player of the week, Stephen Stevens. What a terrible name. But he is player of the week for his hat trick. So I hate it when people name their kids that. Like, they have a last name that can be a first name, like Stevens or Johnson's, and they name them the same first name, like Johnson Johnson or John Johnson. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, really? Like, you couldn't do your child any better than that? Come on, man. Right. Uh, we are, yeah, 2 points clear at the top. We've got a big game coming up against. We're gonna have to play North Walkden next, and I think if we beat them, we're gonna be pretty much in prime position. Weekly staff meeting. Here we go. I accept that. I accept that. We're moving on, and the rest is fluff. So, who do we have next? We have Silsden. I know that. And then we've got North Walkden. That's the big game. We got Silsden reserves, relegation candidate, and then the big one against North Walkden. We have already played them. We drew 2-2 against them. Now we are away, and the hope is that we can maybe take 3 points. And if we do, then I'm confident we'll go up this season. We do still have to play as well. Uh, Damn, who's the team in third? uh, Not Mossley. We have to play the team in third again. So, uh, loan offers made. Ooh, okay. Accept all offers. Hell yeah. Bradley. That's right. We have to play Bradley again, I think, as well. Yeah. Bradley's the penultimate game of the season. So the wind down. So we got the big game in two. That's game 25 of the season, and then game 33 is the other one. So we're getting towards the end of the season. I will not finish that tonight or today, the end of the season. But I am going to at least probably set it up so that the next CLG FC stream might be the end of the season. Right. Let's talk about schedule real quick, right? Schedule for the stream. So we talked about how we played all different games. Well, we got all different games coming up. Tomorrow is the longest save, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I know that's late for all y'all Europeans. I understand. Weekdays I got work. I don't know what else to say. But the longest save, episode 3, is tomorrow night. We are in Korea in K-League 2 at Gimpo, who have newly been promoted. And we had a crazy stream last time out. That here you go, Crack. I don't know if you're still here, but here's your training report. So your training rating's been good, 8.35. So we're working on you, mate. We're working on you. You recently got a buff to, was it acceleration? I think you had your buff, so your acceleration went from an 8 to a 7. It says no. It says no attributes. Come on now. Oh, do I have to go back in and do that again? Attributes, right? Yeah. So here you go. What is this green line? This green line is your vision. Your vision's moved up to a 7. And then this is your throwing. Your throwing's moved up to a 2. And everything else has kind of stayed the same. And there you go. You've gained 2 attribute points. It looks like you might also, this purple line here, kicking, is also a 7, almost up to an 8. So there you go. That's just since last month. If I do all time, uh, that's about it. You've also looked like you've gained 1 in whatever this is. Whatever that purple line is. I don't know. It's something that's on a 4. Was it aerial reach? Your aerial reach has gone up. Command of area has gone up. Communication, eccentricity, first touch, handling, all that stayed flatlined. Your punching tendencies the same. Reflexes are the same. Rushing out, your throwing has gone up 1. Anticipation, stayed the same. Bravery, composure, decisions, all this is basically the same. So, except I think vision. Vision's gone up as well. Yeah, you were at a 6. Now you're at a 7. Work rate, acceleration, agility. Has your agility gone up? I don't think it has. Nope, not yet. Getting close. Balance was a 9. It's now a 10. Hey, there you go. And yeah, that's about it. Also had your strength go up from a 1 to a 2. Okay, there you go. If anyone else who has a character wants to see how they've come along, absolutely I can do that as well. So Blockbuster or Seraphil or Switchblade or and then of course after that long ass report you get injured. You're out 6 to 7 weeks. You absolute what a pain in the ass, man. Right. 2 days until Silsden reserves. We're not gonna do leagues in focus this episode. We're gonna worry about that next episode. So we'll worry about that in the rundown to the North Walkden game. Scouting update. Who's won? Ooh, he's won it by a lot. These guys are all free agents. Well, 30, 26, and 29. That I get. Mustafa Akuo. He is loan listed. This kid's not bad. I don't think. His physicals are okay. He's 18. Whew. His marking and his passing are extremely poor. That's the only problem. He's got a long way to go, that kid. Oop, did not mean to do that. Is there games on today? I don't think there are. I think the next MLS game is like literally 2 weeks away. So, in fact, I can't even select it on the Apple TV page. That's how far away it is. Uh, I do have to catch up with the games last night that took place while I was at the football. We are favored 6-4. Silsden are 13-8. The draw is 5-2. I'm gonna just quickly take a look. MLS. Next game is Wednesday, the 25th of June. So we are 10 days away. They play midweek and then the following weekend. Who do we have in the midweek? We're at Chicago. That'll be a tricky game. And then we're off that weekend. That's interesting. Oh no, we're the Sunday night game. That's right. So we play Wednesday and then we're the Sunday night game at Columbus, which that is going to be a monster game. And then we're not back until we got Nashville away. Man, 2 back-to-back tough road games. And then we got Red Bulls at home in a back-to-back. In the Cup and then in the league. Literally one right after the other. So, it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. So. Right. Pre-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from James Conway, 442. Can be on the man to keep. How concerned are you about something? I think the moon around camp is fine. Right. Absolute powder puff of a press conference. I miss tracks like this. I know you guys can't hear it, but these slow burners that used to be like They were just these tracks that used to be like 10 to 15 minutes long, and they weren't mixes. They were actual slow burners. It was great. The Whitehead Fish and Chip Cup. What a great name for a competition. Only in England, but fuck it. What a great name for a competition. Uh, Without a shadow of a doubt. Monaghan set the move on loan to Bagby and Balk. What a name. I'm fine with that. Let him go. Let him go. Right. And he's moved there. McKenty's actually at a 6.9 in training, which they said has been the worst performer. But honestly, 6.9 is like average. You know, like that's not all that bad. There's the autosave. That's my only fear with playing that offline save is that I might save over all my autosaves for CLG FC. So I'm gonna have to probably play a little bit of the offline save, let it do like 5 weeks, then do a stream of CLG FC, then you know, and just bounce back and forth between the two, just so I have some backups of the CLG FC save. I know I could manually do it, but I'm lazy, and if I do that, then I will get into the trouble of potentially overwriting the save by accident, which is something I did get in trouble with on an offline FM23 save. Is I wound up having two or three saves in the same FM, and I wound up overriding them all with one save. That wasn't even my main save, and I was like, well, fuck, and that's why I stepped away from 23 for a while, and then eventually just waited until 24 came out and started again on 24, which is why that is exactly why when I want to play different saves to keep FM interesting for me, I play them on different versions of FM. That's why I have 5 different FMs installed right now. Is because then I can't override my save. Because if I want to play the FA Treble Challenge, that's only in FM10, so I have to fire up FM10 to do that. If I want to play my bottom of the top level 23 with international management, that's in FM16. I have to fire up FM16 to do that. If I want to play my offline 100% challenge, that's only in FM14. I have to fire up FM14 to play that. So, for me, it's been useful to have those different versions of FM on the PC because then I cannot override anything, by accident. It's always there for me to play. So, and then if I finish the save and I start a new one and I accidentally override it, the old save, I don't mind because the save's over, you know. So, and I don't have to be bothered by it. Right. Silsden reserves a little bit of a processing delay here. I did not set or change the affinities cores, and I probably should do that. I've not had issues with it in FM24 like I mean, I did previously when the database was fucking huge. Now that I've taken off basically all the leagues, it's not been as big of a problem. Like I haven't seen a performance drop or frame drops because of the processing because I've taken so many leagues off. I had every league enabled as playable. Now I do not have that. We have uh, playable view only below, and I've taken everything off except the United States Major League Soccer essentially, and K League 1 and 2 are view only, and then view only below for everything in England. So the database size is huge, 393 players, well aware, but I have a feeling that's actually going to come down as players who were enabled during times when the leagues were all enabled are going to wind up retiring and rolling off the save. Um, so I actually anticipate that coming down. Right, Frack fitness test not required. Ebenezer Aqua has passed this fitness test. We are about ready to get in. We are ready to go. We are. Let me get the music going. Let's move on. Jack is suspended. So Charlie Perver will take his place. And that also means that Charlie Wildman will come in. So we got Wildman, Wellman, Joe Jones, Mukendi, and obviously Kevin Heinrich, who is the backup keeper. Brat is in net. We are ready to go. I just wish this. Come on now. There we go. Like, come on over. I probably should edit this. Customize current view. Other players' potential, general, of this player's ability in the selected role. This one is the one I don't need. So now everything's on one page. Current ability, potential ability, all that. Right. Here we go. Let's have a cheeky save, a manual save, and then we'll get into it. Second game of the stream. I'm anticipating 2 to 3 more after this, and then we'll be done for the afternoon. Back tomorrow with the longest save. I did mention that schedule-wise. So tomorrow, the longest save. Tuesday, Hearts of Iron. Our Sweden save is Tuesday night. Wednesday, no stream as always. Thursday, we're back with Action Time in Archive Episode 3. We continue. We started it last Thursday. We continue it this Thursday. And then Friday night, I'm sorry, not Friday. There's no stream on Friday because it'll be Game 7 of the hockey. So if it goes to Game 7. So if the Oilers win Tuesday night in Florida, then I'm taking Friday night off to watch Game 7. If they don't win, then there'll be a stream Friday night. And I'll probably do the longest save. I might do Rise of Nations because I'm very close to finishing that campaign. But we'll see. And then we're back on Saturday with the longest with CLG FC. Now that might change because I might actually go golfing. So we'll see. Why does this do this? I don't understand why this does this. Like, why is this? Where did my instructions go? It's got to be a bug of some type. Anyway, right. Squad looks good. Teams are warming up. We're getting ready. So, yeah, I might go golfing on Saturday. The forecast last time when I looked at it earlier this week for next weekend, it said rain, but now they've moved it off the forecast and it's supposed to be sunny all next weekend. So I'm like, if that's the case and I'm not at the football, I might go golfing. Right. We are always going to press. We're always going to press Jeremy Brook. They don't have a form because it's a reserve side. We have won 5 straight. Let's get ready to go into this match. We're going to point the finger. Let's show them why. Yeah, that always seems to do good. Every once in a while that seems to do good, and we are underway. They're in a 4-4-2. We are in our 4-1-1-3-1. Underway. There you go. Underway here against Silsden Reserves. Here's Wadham with a free kick. That's miles over. Nowhere close on the free kick. Wadham again going forward, looking for Cole. Frack's going to get that. He's going to punt it away. Akonikun has a terrible touch from Akonikun. Spaps has won it back, though. Frack, Akonikun. Konikun bringing it forward. Finds Sheamus on the left-hand side. Sheamus back for Parks. Inside for Konikun. Looking to send Sheamus down the wing. He does. Sheamus now. Running down the wing with it. He's a little bit double team. Needs a cutback. Finds a Konikun in the space. A Konikun gets the turn. Tries to cross it. It's taken a deflection. And it will be an early corner. Here's Sheamus with the corner. That's headed away by Wadham. I've pushed the guy in the back, and that's a free kick the other way. Here's Parks with a throw-in now. Sheamus back for Parks. Parks can whip it in. He does. Far post. Spaps is there. It was a little bit too hot, but it is headed away towards the touchline. And Spaps got it. Frack, Twinkle, back for Spaps. Spaps goes for the cross. Cookie's got his back turns towards goal. Doesn't turn and shoot. Twinkle also with his back turned towards goal. Now me. Driving into the space. Looking for Twinkle. Goes for goal. That's just wide. Just a bit outside. Here is Frack with it now. Myself. Twinkle. To Perver. To myself. Twinkle. Akonikun. Sheamus. Great move. Sheamus double team. They've lost one defender. He's peeled off back towards the box. That header or that cross not far enough to reach Cookies, but it is headed out. It will be a corner. Frack to take the corner here. Whipped in. Snicky got ahead to it, but they've put it over the bar. Spaps. It's that away. Wedham, Senior. Wedham, Cole. Good tackle from me, but it squirts back to Cole. Brooke. Deflected ball squirts back to Cole. Bennett. Looking for Cole. Cookies has got that out. Frack has got it. We try to come back the other way. Spaps myself. Finds a Konikun in the space. A Konikun. Pressure on his left-hand side. Wanted to go to Sheamus. Instead finds Cookies. Cookies. Over the top on the left-hand side for Sheamus. He should run that down. He does by the corner flag. The cutback comes all the way out to Twinkle. One touch. Goes for goal. Off the post. Spaps on a rebound. He scores. Lee Barnes with an own goal is how it will be accredited in the end. Sheamus on a cutback to Twinkle. I didn't even think that took a deflection. I'd have to see this again. Oh, yeah, it did. And it looked like that actually put it back. I mean, it nestled in the far corner. And that deflection looked like it nestled it in the far corner. So Spaps had probably shot that wide. That's fair. That's very fair. Very unfortunate for Silston. But we've taken the lead. Here's Cole now on the left-hand side, trying to find an equalizer for Silston. Blocked. I've come down with it. Nice. Frack wins the header. Konikun can't win the second one. Here's Cole now from Dixon to Senior. Cut out by me. It was too heavy a touch. And Broad's got that. Perver's been booked. So we're going to tell him to ease off tackles. Barnes, Senior. Back to Roma. Looking for Cole. It's headed away by me. It'll be a corner for the Silsden reserves. Wadham to take the corner. It's whipped in. It's headed out for another corner. That's going to go out for... Nope, that goes out for a throw. Okay, fair enough. We're going to take the throw deep by the corner flag. No highlight, though. Here's Barnes to throw it back in for Silsden reserves. Classy. Looking for Cole, but Frack's cut that out. Back to Brat we go. There we go. Sports Scores Bot woke it up. There's the first sports game of the afternoon. Here's Sheamus. Well, he's tried to dribble around Bennett, but Bennett's just shuffled him away. Or Riga. And Brat will punt that clear from Parks. I thought maybe he could glove it, but it was a good pass. Here's Twinkle finding Snicky, Akoni-kun. Back to Twinkle. This should go to the right-hand side. Cookies, he's got space between the two defenders, and Cookies fired it just over the bar. Here's Parks with the inbound. Pervert back to Brat. Twinkle up for Cookies. Should go here. Akoni-kun. Sheamus on the left. Finds Akoni-kun. He's done well there. They're double teaming Sheamus on the left. Here's Twinkle. Myself, Cookies. That's way too heavy a touch. The ball needed to be overlapped sooner. Smap still gets it, and the cross is blocked by Barnes. It will be a corner. Here's Frack. Whipped in, not anywhere close, though. It's headed away. That's the end of the highlight. Here's Brooke now for Silston. Over the top. That's headed away. Wadham's going to come up with it. Wadham trying to be pressed by, I believe that might be, I don't know who that might be. Sheamus. Anyway, Senior has it. Barnes. Brooke on the left-hand side. Here's Brooke. Meow, meow. What's up, David? And that is over for a goal kick. I'll give you a shout-out after this game, man. How are you? I am mixed emotions this morning, my man. Well, afternoon now. It just ticked over to afternoon, but I am in mixed emotions. Here's Sheamus on the left-hand side. Sheamus. Just cooking a bit of dinner. Nice. What you making? Snicky! Oh, what a save from Meadley. I don't remember what I have in for tonight. So, that's another corner. My head is all sorts of places, too. I mean, I'm riding high that we won the football last night with basically the last kick of the game. I mean, it was the last kick of the game. But the Oilers were so horribly disappointing. What a touch from Frack. Cut back. Frack's gone himself, and it's his first goal of the season. Zoom, zoom. Ah, nice. I couldn't even tell you where the F1 was at today. Canada, right? They're in Canada, I think. Great finish from Frack. He's on the board this season. Montreal, Canada. That's in America. No, it's in North America. Yes. So, they probably haven't started racing yet, I'd imagine. The race is probably, 1, 2 p.m.? Snicky, center, probably offsides. Flag stays down. Spaps, that is just deflected wide. North, south, who cares? 2 hours. Okay, fair enough. So, that's not a bad time for you guys then. 8 o'clock at night, you get some F1 right before the end of the weekend. That's pretty nice, you know? You figure race will finish by 10:30, and you're off to bed. Here's myself, Akoni-kun. Finds Parks. Parks with a cross. That's right to the keeper. Meadley will take it. Le Mans was greatly disappointing from a Danish point of view. I don't know who won it. Race kicks off just as Hovland tees off, though. Ah, I see. So, he was third yesterday. I saw you posted the no context when he was like looking in the bush. I actually saw that because that was right before we left to go to the football. So we were watching that, and he took the drop, and it like rolled into this mud spot, and then he hit. The shot that he hit to get out of there was so lucky. And Snicky, oh, that was his first tee. Did you see the second shot from there? He hit that, and then it literally hit a tree, and then went onto the fairway and rolled down the fairway onto the green. I'm like, Twinkle, what a finish. I was like, what is this fucking hole? It's like crazy. He hit the flag on 9 as well. That's nuts. Yeah. What a crazy round. Great finish from Twinkle. Meadley should not be beaten as near post like that, but he is. And it's 3-0. Nice. Surely he's going to win tonight. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you who's leading and what it is. What is it? Is it the PGA Championship right now? No. Is it the US Open? It's the US Open, yeah. The leaderboard. I don't even know what the fuck is this. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Google AI doing bullshit again. Hold on. JJ Spawn is in the lead, right? No, that's the first round. Where the hell's the overall round? Sam Burns is in the lead, right? But he's second. Where the fuck is the leaderboard? I don't. Okay, fine. I'll go to the US Open website. Whatever. Scoring. Okay. Sam Burns is first, and then there's a tie for second, and then Hovland is 3 shots back. Okay. 4 players are even and better before the final round. Yeah. 5 players are even or better before the final round. Um, Carlos Ortiz is even, and then Victor Hovland's 1 under. Spawn and Scott are 3 under, and Burns is 4 under. So Oakmont is a tough course, man. It's actually somewhat. It's actually only about 3-4 hours from me, Oakmont. It's out towards Pittsburgh, in Pennsylvania. It is actually in Allegheny County, which is the same county that Pittsburgh is in. So it is a Western PA course, but it is. I thought those guys were meant to be. And it's just a very difficult course. So that's 3 to 4 hours from me, and the other difficult course, which is Bethpage Black, that's about 3 hours from me. They showed a stat yesterday. Hovland's the best player in the world without a major now. Oh, wow. I didn't realize he's never won a major. Right, 3-0 at the break. You're doing brilliantly. Keep it up. And then everybody on the bench apparently is fucking complacent. I don't know why. So. Most wins without a major, but sure. Okay, fair enough. So. Second half underway. As Wolf. Dickin went sliding in there. Probably the same as best player. Something like that. So. I would love to watch golf more. Actually, I actually would like to watch the LPGA more because I don't have a favorite golfer anymore. I wasn't far away from Twinkle. It's tired. I'm late. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, Viva. I'm tired too from yesterday. I don't have a favorite golfer anymore because the ones that I all liked retired. So part of me's like I felt disconnected from the PGA. So you could watch PGA 2K. I need to get that game eventually. So, oh boy, Dickens going for goal. And they scored. They've scored. They got one back early in the second half here. It's 3-1. Got us on the break. Join the Hovland train. Dude is always smiling, never does bad press. I think the guy that I would probably like the most. Oh, that was almost a dodgy pass. I don't know, actually. I don't really know yet. So, um, but But then come Ryder Cup, I can't root for him, Viva. I can't root for Hovland come Ryder Cup time. Then again, the U.S. team is so freaking miserable. I don't mind. God, who was the one that won the men's Olympics? Was that Scheffler? Uh, Scotty Scheffler. He's okay. I don't mind him. Um, so got on the need strip train. Nice. I don't mind Scheffler. I thought he was cool. I like. There's just a lot more of the women that I like so far. Maybe because the players that I like in the women's scene haven't retired yet. Like I like Lydia Ko. I think she's really good. I like Rose Zhang. Um, we've scored. I'm looking at the golf, and we need there is I think a Swede as well that's pretty good on the women's side. I'm not even playing the goal song. I'm slacking. You've been playing too much Pong, yeah? Fuck off, Eva. Needstrup Vendelbo? Nice. No, it's one of those things where you have personalities that come and go, and then sometimes all the personalities you like retire within a short span, and then you're kind of like, you're watching and there's nobody, you know what I mean, that you really enjoy that's left playing the game. So. Four one, they've just scored again. I'm playing the dupe song and they've just scored. I'm trying to get back to the. I'm all over the place with the sound effects today because I was trying to look. There's a I think she's Swedish. She might be American actually. Who's plays in the LPGA right now? Who's very good. Um. Fuck. What's her name? Nelly Korda. She's American. She's really good. She's very good actually. So those are probably the three I like on the women's side: is Kordico and Zhang as well. I'm actually on the Hovland train, even if my passport gets revoked. Nice. Snicky coming back with a fifth. Let's go. This has been a goal fest of a game. We've had five different goal scores if you count the own goal. Don't need a passport in Shenzhen. And there we go. It's 5-2. Senior Bennett. Oh my God, Cole. He's got to be offside. Yep, flag's going up. True, but England. Well, just don't go to England then, David. There's not much to see there anyway. Let's be real. You know, the number one thing you're going to see in England is that happens in every other country as well. You know that, right, David? Dickens is on sides. What a great tackle from Perver. Let's think about subs here, by the way. I think Perver's got to come off for Sam Wellman. So, oof. Oh, Akuniku, nice. I was just gonna say rain, Viva. I was just gonna say rain, but uh, very well done. There's a cross. Akuniku, what a save from Meadley. Same thing, yeah, pretty much. So Barnes on the back post. Brat's got that the whole way. Cole, why did I hit encourage? Stop. Why did I hit encourage? Cancel. Yes. It should be praise. Spaps, cut back for. Oh, what a terrible cut. Okay. Spaps regains it. Frack on the right hand side. Frack whips in the cross. Snicky's there again, and there's the second of the game for Snicky. They've got 18 on the season now, 6-2. Let's go. What a goal. What a great header. Really? For what? That's strange. Are they deporting them back to the United States? No, I'm just teasing. That's, oh, God. Cole's there. Good cutout from Spat. The fact that they're going to be at the Club World Cup games, like, fuck off. You know what I mean? I wish. No, I just, everything that was preached about the U.S. when I was a kid and taught to us that other countries do that makes them, you know, whether it was the axis of evil or just unenjoyable to live in, we actually have now in the U.S. I heard there were Viva, I swear to God. Sheamus with the corner, that's headed away. And Brooks cut that out. Viva, you're being kind. It was more like 20, but that's besides the point. So, here's Senior. He might have a crack here. He's really okay. He's gonna pass it back. It's gonna be over to Katamatari. Looking forward for Dickin. Did he stay on sides? Yes, he did. Flag stays down. This one goes back to Cole, but it's easily headed into Brott's hands. A lot of highlights in this game. Dickin looking for Roma forward. Tracking backs is Parks. He can't get there. Bennett, that's over the top. That twinkle. When playing it out of the back goes wrong, we'll have a field day with that one. That twinkle, what in the absolute fuck, my man? That's out for a corner. I love how that only dropped his rating 0.2. If this was... No, I don't want to go to the player. I want to click him to sub him out. If this was FM 10 and that happened, your player's rating would drop like a whole 1.5 points. I've had one defender make 2 errors that led to a goal, and we lost the game 2-0. And if that happened in this game, and there I am scoring from open play. It's 7-3. But I had a player in FM10 make 2 errors that led to goals, and we lost the game 2-0. Now, if that happened in this game, the player might go down to a 5.8 or a 5.7, and their rating would be in red. Yeah, in FM10, that player's rating was a 3.8. Like, the ratings back then were just so much more volatile, which I kind of preferred, I think. Because you get a really good indication of who's playing well, who's not playing well, you know? None of this like 6.4, well, is he just average or is he, you know, if he's playing bad, game will tell you he's playing awful, you know? God, come on! We've made 2 of our subs. I've got 1 sub left. Here's Dickin, Senior. Cole. Origa. Brooke. Roma. Goes for goal. That's over the top. How many fans did we get? The reserve 190 is pretty good actually for playing a reserve side against a reserve side. Here's Cole, Barnes, Brook, Catamateri, forward for Roma on the right-hand side, looking back inside for Brook, for Bennett. The flag goes up. It was a little bit delayed, but it goes up on the far side. Bennett offsides. I told you I'm going to ignore that, so don't tell me to do that again. Okay? Like, don't give me the same piece of advice I already told you I'm not going to do. Turns out the egg I have wasn't raw. Okay. Snicky, Sheamus. What the hell am I doing now? What the hell am I doing here? Cookies goes for goal. Miles over. Did you mean it was bad? Is that what you mean, David? Sheamus. Inside. Frack. Saved by Meadley. Here's Snicky. Cookies. Back to Snicky. Did they stay on sides? No, it's a goal kick. Nah, just boiled already. Oh. Can't fry a boiled egg. No, you cannot. Here's Catamateri looking over the top for Dickin. That's off Parks to Wellman. Back to Parks. Twinkle. Very quick passing. Wildman. Oh. Sneaky over around the ball. Unboil it. Good, great advice. Bennett's offsides. Oh, is that like putting it in the freezer? Huh, you guys, I swear. Roma. Brat's got to save that deflection that was going in on goal, and it's out for a corner. Right. Final sub. I don't have a defensive sub to make, so it's going to have to be an offensive sub. Simon Roger Mukendi. 10 minutes-ish. Here's myself. Plenty of space to bring it forward. I need people to make the run, man. Make the run. Frack. See, look at that. Frack's willing to run a little bit. Then he loses the ball to Origa. Back the other way they come. Bennett. Spaps. Good tackle. I get the ball to Cookies. Cookies trying to take it wide. Cookies down the right-hand side. Cookies whips across it. Sheamus back post could be there. Roma heads it up. Sheamus will run it down. Cut back for Parks. Parks. Back for Sheamus. Sheamus got plenty of space. Inside Twinkle. One touch. Twinkle on his left foot. And Meadley makes the save. That's the final substitution. Here's Frack to whip it in. It's headed away. That's Wildman will come away with the end of the highlight. Here's Spaps now. Over the top. Snicky. Chests this down. Back for Spaps. Twinkle. Turns. Doesn't shoot. Frack. Sensei Hito Kiri. What's up, brother? How you doing? How you been? Frack, myself, Cookies, the turn, Cookies, the shot, Meadley, the save. One of those days I'm going to accidentally do it. Oh, my God. How you been, Ida Carey? Did you watch the game last night, man? Because if you did, you probably screamed at the TV for 40 minutes and then were related. But I'm sitting here for a few, so I thought I'd drop in. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you so much. Probably you are actually Hidokiri. If I go to Stream Elements, you are actually the #1 viewer in terms of minutes watched on this stream, believe it or not. So, Milk is second, Esco is third, Ziggurat is fourth, David is 13th, Viva is 16th. That's wild, yeah. You don't want to know the amount of minutes. Oh, God, what a save from Brat. You don't want to know the amount of minutes. 65,570. So, that's 2,732 days. That doesn't seem right because that's 7.48 years, and I've not been streaming for that long. But I think that counts all the times you used to lurk when I wasn't live. Huh? I have more minutes than Beaver. That's all that matters. So I think it just counts the total time you've been in the chat. You know what I mean? There it is, the full-time whistle. Because I remember when I was offline and stuff, you used to be in the chat still, waiting for the stream to pop up. So I remember, that's why I appreciate you so much, man. You're an OG, an absolute OG, an absolute OG. Um, I touch grass. Thanks, Viva. Um, I do maybe once a month. Right, 7-3. Barnes' own goal in the 12th. Frank in the 32nd. Twinkle in the 39th. We were 3-0 up at half. Second half, Charlie Dickin in the 49th got one back for Silston. Cookies in the 55th. And then Sam Sr. a minute later made it 4-2. Snicky in the 57th. Snicky in the 62nd. And then Dyer Bennett. Might be Dairy Bennett. Or Diary Bennett. But that made it 6-3. And then myself in the 69th made it 7-3. They scored 3 goals on 1.71 XG and 36% possession, which means defensively we were actually pretty terrible this game. But overall, we scored 7 goals. We can't be unhappy. So, big win. You got the ads in 30 seconds, y'all. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to take a quick break when this episode ends. I think, by the way, and it may be D-Boy's rig as well. That's not up to snuff 100%, and not his fault. I'm saying just that conflicts with Football Manager. But I think because he autosaves after games, like on this screen, he autosaves on this screen. He makes the game autosave whenever the game completes. Um, I think that's why it might crash a lot. But then again, he probably has that option on because he used to not, and it would crash a lot during the processing. I don't know. Either way, I don't want to turn it on because it would just slow everything down. And I do a lot of manual saving anyway. So, all right. He has autosaves on because of the crashes. That's what I thought. Yeah. I'm like that's a, but then I have a feeling like making the game autosave after each match might actually increase the chance that it crashes. It's probably, and honestly, it's probably in a catch-22. Mine also auto-saves after every game. I manually save after every game once I get back to the Excel part of the game, and then I have it auto-save every week in a 10-file rolling auto-save. So, um, auto-saves saves lives. Yes, it does. That's true. Right, we ran out 7-3 victors. Isle of Man hosting North Walkden. Kevin in the 27th, Reese in the 30th, DC in the 36th. Made it 3-0 North Walkden. Stevens in the 50th got one back for FC Isle of Man, but they were out of the game by then. North Walkden remained 2 points back. FC Isle of Man are in 7th. Sorry, 10 file? Yeah, 10 file rolling autosave every week. So if I have a save that gets corrupted, I'll load the first autosave. If it still gets corrupted, I'll load the second, and I can do that and go back 10 weeks. So it's just in case anything ever crashes or corrupts or anything like that. Just I can go back as far as I possibly can to try and save it. Right, Earlham hosting Clitheroe. Brisley in the 27th minute got Clitheroe on the board. Earlham's Rivers leveled it in the 35th minute. But then Fife was dismissed from play in the 40th minute for Earlham. 1-1 at the break they go. Keynes penalty in the in the 51st actually gave Earlham the lead despite having 10 men, 2-1. But then Murphy's 65th minute goal and Wilford's 79th minute goal turned the occasion around for Clitheroe. 3-2. That one finished. Earlham are going to slip down into 13th place. Clitheroe in the meantime, will climb further away from relegation. They are they are now up in 10th. Lancaster hosting Sutton Reserves. Bad result for both sides. Lancaster, Gallagher's 11th minute goal got the hosts in front, but then Agar in the 71st minute leveled it for Sutton Reserves. Sutton really needed to win that match. They would have drawn level on points with Main Road, probably still been in the drop only on goal difference. But Lancaster get nowhere closer to safety as they've only picked up a point in this match against the fellow relegation candidate, and that's really going to be hurtful to both. Main Road hosting Almondbury Woolpack. Morin in the 45th minute for Almondbury Woolpack put the visitors in front, but then Funch's 52nd minute goal gave drew Main Road level. Evans was then dismissed from play in the 76th minute, and Main Road could not take advantage of it in the final 15. They split the points 1-1. Almondbury Woolpack remain in 9th. Main Road will remain in 14th, but they pick up a big point, and that's enough to keep them a point above the drop because of a draw elsewhere we're about to talk about. Mossley hosting Ramsbottom United. Ramsbottom United right back on form. Arthur's first minute goal, and then again Arthur scoring in the opening minute of play, Richardson's 33rd minute penalty, then Hyde in the 37th minute, and Arthur additional 2 minutes after that meant that Ramsbottom United were 4-0 up at the break. Second half, Henry got one back from Mossley in the 66th. Wood made it 4-2 with a 70th minute goal, but then Reed slammed the door on any potential comeback in the 74th by scoring a fifth. 5-2 that they win. Ramsbottom remain in 4th, kind of plants themselves a little bit more firmly in the playoff places. Mossley are going to slip outside and remain in 6th position. Squiresgate hosting Burskoff. It's a scoreless draw. Lorraine was dismissed from play for Burskoff in the 76th minute. That is the only action of the game. Burskoff do pick up a big point. Squiresgate get one themselves. That point's actually going to lift them above Earlham into 12th place on goal difference, but they're only 3 points above the drop. Burskoff still a point adrift. And that is around the league. So, we have the post-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from Travis McAllister at 23. Well, the match, life could be pretty good. I just think he was fantastic. Always the most important. Yep. Right. Frank is on form. Levine spotted. Great. Cool. You're not getting anybody. That's that. Nothing doing on the recruitment focuses. So I'm going to make my notes, and in the meantime, we're going to end the episode. This was CLG FC episode 235. Join us for the next one, 236. The next one is the big one. North Walkden versus CLG FC. This is the big game. That could really, we could go 5 points clear after this game, or we could slip into the playoff places. We don't know, but join us for that one. That's coming up next. Until then, take care.